I do have to say, so I beat Wings of Liberty single player and I beat Heart of the Storm single player, and I haven't gotten through Legacy yet. I'm not a big single player guy for StarCraft 2, but I did think that Wings of Liberty was the most fun one. I definitely liked it better than walking around with Kerrigan, like I'm a League of Legends player or some shit. I'm like, no, this I liked Wings a bit more. Maybe that has something to
Legacy is
do.
good though. Legacy is really awesome.
Is
I
it?
really like Legacy of the Void.
I'm gonna beat it one day. I think for the 20th year anniversary of StarCraft 2, I'm gonna finish Legacy of the Void.
Didn't we just have the 10-year anniversary?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Do you guys see speedrunning games in general, and of course StarCraft as well, to be like a good content for like streaming and YouTube and stuff? Because it seems to me that anyone that's good at speedrunning gets a really decent amount of viewership on like Twitch and everything.
I feel like it varies wildly depending on the game.
Yeah,
there's people that are really good at some games, but they just don't get the attention. I think it's a really good streaming game. I know my game is like Super Metroid is a good streaming game because there's lots of little breaks. Like when you pick up an item, there's like 7 seconds where the fanfare plays and you're stuck still, and like every time you go through the door, there's 3 seconds. It's good to like, it's good for streaming because you can check on the chat.
It's funny that you have it nailed down so much. Like, oh yeah, I open a door and so I have 3 seconds to check the chat. And high quality streamer right there. What were you gonna say, Grant?
I think the two most important things, if you want to know if a thing's going to be popular, is one, having sweet tricks, right? That's the big one that gets you like the 5-second clip on YouTube that people are like, wow, that game is awesome. And B, nostalgia. Speedrun hits nostalgia hard. You can go back and see all of your favorite games from when you were a kid being absolutely demolished. And it's always a joy. I've never met a person that had a game they liked when they were like 8 that they hold a fond memory from that didn't see a speedrun and like have their mind blown.
Yeah.
And that's so powerful.
Yeah. It's the one type of link I will send my brother. Like, you see this? Like, he made Mario go like this while he went over a wall backwards. I don't even understand.
Yeah, the best for me is when somebody that really loves the game but hasn't seen this, like somebody's played a lot, but they're watching the speedrun for the first time. They're really excited. That's one of the best reactions that I like to see from somebody watching the run.
Yeah. For speedrunning, like, how do you decide if you want to do like I don't know what it would be called, but like clean runs versus like glitch runs and things? Because there's it seems to me that there's like a range on that. But like for instance, I was watching some Breath of the Wild speedruns like a month ago, and the guy did something called like shield clipping to go through the side of a temple to save seconds so that he wouldn't have to activate the shrine or whatever. And I'm like, this is insanity. And then of course you can find the other ones where people will actually just enter. And I'm like, okay, that's the game I know and play. It's like this other one is just, I don't, how do you decide which one to approach? Because it seems almost like there's some art to it where you get to decide your own way. But yeah, how do you do that?
It depends on the community and the game, of course. Like what they decide is kosher or not. And you can split it up where everything's allowed, and then there's a one way where, you know, glitches are generally not allowed. And one of them can be more popular in some games, one of them can be more popular in other games. I think A Link to the Past is a good example, because if you allow every glitch, they beat the game in like 2 minutes. Yeah, but it's not popular at all. Like, it's almost a joke run because you just like go through the wall and then you go to the cutscene at the end and it's over.
Yeah, like Pokemon Red is like that
so
as well.
Stupid.
Yeah.
I kind of do want to try the some StarCraft 1 ones. I'm going to check that speedrun.com and see what those records look like if I can beat one. Because it's like, it's one of those things I feel like, well, it's like, yeah, I got the world record. And then you can just always be like, I mean, I'm a former world record holder. I don't really do it anymore. You know what I mean? Where it's like, yeah, you're a gold medalist. The 1984 Olympics? Please, you're slow now. right? I kind of just want that like in my back pocket. Like, yeah, no, I've held world records. It wasn't that hard. I mean, but I'm letting you guys in on my secret ultimate plan.
We're gonna slide in and get them before you get the records. You
know? Don't leave one for me. Don't make me work hard for this.
And then I'm also doing like YouTube stuff, so like challenge videos and whatnot. So like 2 games at once. I did play StarCraft while blindfolded. That was a fun one.
How did that go?
Watch the video. There we go. That's good.
Damn, you're gonna get one more view because of that. Okay.
Yeah.
If you like playing StarCraft but you get ladder anxiety, a really good way to practice is speedrunning, because you get to keep it to yourself. You get to, if you are the type of person that likes to ladder but gets frustrated because they play a PvT and then they have a strategy and then they don't play another PvT 15 games in a row and that pisses you off, speedrunning's really good for you. There's a whole lot of things that you can continually improve your other gameplay with while speedrunning, and it's a lot less stressful. So it's definitely worth giving a shot in that sort of way. I know a lot of people suffer with ladder anxiety and that kind of stuff, and this could be a good outlet for that.
It actually, and talking with you guys about it here today and just kind of thinking about it, like I mentioned before, it really seems like there's a lot that StarCraft players can learn from the speedrunning community. Like you said, practicing something, keeping it to yourself. Because really, improvement in StarCraft, people think it's about beating people. It's about getting better yourself. The actual outcome of a given game doesn't actually matter. If someone beats you, it's like, whatever. It's like, yeah, you're never going to beat Maru. Like, it's not, you're not going to beat Maru. It's okay. But if you're improving, that's where the victory is, which is kind of like, I always see when I tune into a speedrun thing, it's like, are you going for a PR? Or are you going for WR, right? Personal record versus world record. And it's like, just to improve your personal record is, you have to improve your personal record before you can even challenge a world record, right? So it makes sense. It's definitely something I think people can learn from really a lot. Like, it really, I'm not just saying this because we're on the Pylon show and I have you guys here, but it really gets me thinking about like trying to get these deliberate practice type things and measuring against yourself, because that's how you get good, right?